They are not happening. But it's called Shashe, you get. So they are not only feeding you lies, they are feeding themselves too. Unfortunately, they are also getting high on their own lies. Unfortunately. And yeah, here is another one. Within that same Senate, this time not as Old Rock, Villara. It is now their Senate. They have a hearing. So they invited Wike. Okay. You know, Wike started an operation where it's been arresting beggars in Abuja, deporting them to any near far northern states, right? So he went there to defend his budget, their 2025 budget, which has already been kind of like approved and signed. I don't even know what budget again they're talking about. Maybe supplementary, an extra. All right. So it was around that time that Ndume, the Borno senator, right, advised Wike to build IDP camps or maybe beggars camp and house all these beggars, give them food, give them money, medication, and send their children to school, rather than just be arresting them and deporting them. Wike's response supposed to shock me, but not to shock me. He categorically responded and told the guy, I wouldn't want to bring Boko Haram to Abuja. Like beggars, look. Okay. The exchanges, if you don't mind.
Why are you laughing? Look, this is Senate. Don't be joking with us. Okay.
No boxing gloves.
No, he was my former friend, you know. Well, what you are doing is visible. It's not something hidden. So there is no need bothering to say that you are doing well. Everybody that knows where Abuja was 2 years ago and now know that we have done well. But my problem is every time, even yesterday, my friend told me that Wike is doing fine. I say, no, it is the Senate that is doing fine because without approving his budget, he cannot do anything. Now you have said it, and we will continue to support you in that regard. But my main observation, as I said, and it's serious, what distinguished Senator Ningi said, is about security. And I'm suggesting that instead of the police coming out at 4 o'clock to be causing go slow, you should introduce picketing. They do that in Cairo. What I mean by picketing is that from 6 o'clock or 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening, you deposit or post police at every like 200 meters. In every street, there will be after 200 meters, there should be one police sitting down there or standing there till in the morning. That way, the presence of the police alone secures the night, and they can leave in the morning. That is very, very important. Secondly, about the issue of health. Even today, a patient was taken to Asokoro Hospital. They don't have that is what I don't know. You are not Minister of Federal Government, you are Minister of FCT. It's in the FCT. So no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All of them are under you. So if it is just, or what of the Asokoro Hospital, is it under you or somebody else? Eh? Asokoro, I can see even your budget here. Asokoro District Hospital, please take note.
District Hospital.
Yes, they don't have, as it is now, they don't have MRI, they don't have CT scan. And I think this is something, I'm sure it's not, you are not aware. If you are aware, you would have done something about it, and you need to do something about it. Lastly, FCT, are you with me? It's about the indigent or the displaced persons roaming in Abuja. It is not enough as Nigerians driving them, arresting them. What you need to do is to do what the Kano state government did as far back as in the 70s. That is picking the indigents, if you know, and you have a camp where you can feed and train them. so that they will be off the street. If you have something like that already, that's fine. But it's very important because before somebody comes to the street to beg, it means he has nothing to eat. So if you can have a camp that would provide them such facilities, train them, and then take them off the street through that transitional method, is better. It doesn't matter, but they are all Nigerians. Are you not coming from everywhere? That's my suggestion.
Chairman, Mr. My brother said, I need to be talking about indigenous. Or not indigenous, what happened in this is federal capital territory. It's not like a state per state. It's not like a state per state. You've got this federal capital territory. The way Kano, the way Rivers, the way Sokoto, the way Ondo will not be the same way that will happen in the FCT. Those you are talking about, they are not indigenous. They are not indigenous. People come from everywhere to just talk about the whole of FCT. And you are saying that because we should that people, if they have work, it's not correct. That those who believe that they will continue to beg. That is the truth of the matter. And we'll tell ourselves the simple truth. As a city like this, with the federal capital territory, where you have all the international bodies where they reside, it will be difficult for you to follow that kind of pattern. And we don't want for us to say, let's keep them social areas and then train them for this job and that. The FCT cannot handle that. We cannot handle that and let the truth be told. As regards to health, MRI, in fact, as of yesterday, we had the FCT executive committee, which will approve that you go and buy a CT scan and this thing, because the budget of 2024 will be ending in June. June ending. So yesterday, they were approved that there must be immediate procurement of the MRI and the CT scan. So that has been taken care of. Now, you talk about security. Also, understand that this is where the president resides, where every corporate headquarters is here. The IG is here. The National Security Officer is here. The Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Defense Staff is here. We don't have that autonomy as per autonomy to take the entire security architecture of FCT to where the president is here. And so for you to take some of these security steps, you must work in synergy with the National Security Advisor. You cannot on your own. Mind you, don't have an assembly to make law. It's a national assembly.
This is the assembly now.
No, what I'm trying to say is that it is not as easy as we are saying. It will go to House of Reps, it will go to the Senate. Unlike where you have your own state assembly, where you can sit with them from time to time and say, look, we have this problem. So you don't put out like other states that you want to do this and it will be that way. Now, the CCTV you are talking about was never done by FCT. We have no hand in it. About the police something. Now we have sat down with the National Security Advisor, with the GGSSS, with the IG. Look, as where it is today, what do we do as per the total security of FCT? You cannot put CCTV on our own where the president stays, where the president works. It's not possible. And that requires the collaboration of the national budget and the statutory budget. And you know, we must tell ourselves the politics is too much. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, even the security agencies, you know. Not to talk about just FCT. Somebody said even for me. Who told you that? Who told you that things are not?
So that was them. Now, leaving their conversation within that space, I probably have a clip of Akpabiole reprimanding the EFCC, not directly, but again, this may be another time you are probably going to, oh, no, don't agree with him, because he's just modeling the whole thing together. The harassment of private citizens is calling the investigation and the arrest, or whatever it is, of the public or the politicians as same as harassment of private citizens. This week is mine.
For me, I don't think we should waste time with the EFCC. We need to take a thorough look at the EFCC and look at whether the act setting up the EFCC even allows them to function, because there's too much discretion. I don't see how the EFCC will go and arrest a former governor and come through the rooftop as if they are taking Pablo Escobar. And for you, that is investigation. Because outside this country, sometimes they can follow somebody for 5 to 10 years until they establish evidence before they invite that person. But they keep embarrassing people's children, traumatizing the children, stigmatizing people because they had the opportunity to be in public office. And even within the FCC, properties that you recover, monies you recover, are stolen. People's properties that are supposed to be in your care are stolen and sold out at ridiculous prices. Properties worth 5 billion are sold for 300 naira because it is EFCC. So for me, EFCC, I have my own opinion about it. For me, I don't think we should waste time with the EFCC. We need to take a thorough look at the EFCC and look at whether the act setting up the EFCC even allows them.
So that's them sending a coded message that it's like we need to cut down their power now. You know, we may have immunity right now, being protected, but if another person grab the power and we do not have such coverage anymore, then we may become the next target. That's a man who stole over 4 trillion naira in NDTC when he was a minister. He's also the same guy who looted over 107 billion naira when he was governor of Akwa Ibom. He's the number 3 man in Nigeria today. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's a place where criminality is so rewarded. Talking about security, by the way, a young girl who was kidnapped in Yaba West, I heard, in Kogi State, or finally got rescued, ransom paid and all that. She has now given, an information that could be very, very, very vital to what could happen in the coming days. According to her, she was kidnapped while she was on a bike, herself and a bike man, by the supposed Fulani terrorists, until when she got to their camp and she realized that these are not Fulanis. Then, from what she observed, what they were saying, and all of that she could, pretty much like grasp, put it that way, made her believe, or they made her believe that they are not kidnappers. That primarily there was somebody they wanted to kidnap from that community for a reason. Or since they waited and they didn't see him and they were coming, they just took them in his place. That they were actually fighters, jihadists, coming to attack a part of a Kogi state because a Kara market is actually a cow market, isn't it? Has been shot by the people of that area, and therefore they will pay for it. Story that somehow it's a mix of something like a traumatic experience, as well as a little bit of lower understanding of what the terrorists actually possess. But she managed to see the following. Maybe you should watch and listen. It is an interview conducted by somebody, a journalist, that visited the young girl.
So my daughter, how are you? What is your name? My name is Rishi.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you? Your age?
8 years. 18 years.
18 years. Are you in school?
No.
Okay. So now kindly tell me what happened. What and what you saw inside the bush when you were being kidnapped. Tell me the story.
The story is that the place that they carry us to go, I do not know the place. But
How are you being kidnapped? What happened? Where did they see you and they kidnapped you? I want you to start from that.
on Sunday, in the evening time, we are going to Egbe, and we are going to Egbe. After going to Egbe in the evening, and we saw two kidnappers in the road. Then stop us. That we should stop.
Are you trekking or you are inside a car?
Machine.
Okay, on top of machine.
Yeah.
You and who?
Yeah, one bike. I don't know.
Okay, you just carry a bike.
Yeah.
Where did you carry the bike?
Okura.
From?
Okura.
Okay.
Going to Egbe.
To Egbe.
And after they stop us, they say we should not talk anything that there is one person that they want to kidnap.
Okay.
And then wait till 8 o'clock, they don't see the person, and they say that they goes to kidnap us.
Okay.
After they kidnap us, they now tight our face.
You and the Okada man?
Yeah.
What is the name of the boy? You don't know them?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
And after they tied our face, and they now carry us inside one bush. Go. After we stop that, we saw the second one. The second person is to carry us again. We are now going inside Busha. After we reach there, we saw many people there.
Many kidnappers there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then tie their face. They don't show their face.
Okay.
In the evening.
In the evening time? Okay. But are you able to see their weapons? Their guns? Did they carry weapons?
Yes.
They carry weapons. What type of weapons?
AK.
AK-47.
AK-47, different bomb. They have a bomb.
Bomb?
Yeah, and they have a pistol, small one, and different AK. They say the name of one gun, they used to call it Gabazin.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. That is, they call it AA. Okay. So,
and then now say they are not kidnappers, then that they come to fight me.
Okay.
That there is Boko Haram.
okay.
And then they say that they just say Egbe and Ndume. Yes.
Is their own target, okay? They want to come and attack Egbe and Odori.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they told me that Bank Odori, that one them still enter there.
Okay.
And Egbe, after enter there, they will now come to Egbe
Okay.
to come and fight. That then close this thing, Kara.
That they close Kara, so
Yeah.
because of that they will come and attack one of the bank.
Yes,
Okay.
and they say that anytime that they enter Egbe, na bomb, they will now bomb everywhere.
Okay.
That if I have family in Egbe, that I've told my family that to come out there, that one day they are going to come to Egbe.
Okay. They get army uniform?
Yes.
Okay.
Then get army uniform, soldier.
Okay.
Then the time where I can't. There is like 70, they will pass ma.
Okay, they pass 70
They
massive.
pass.
Okay. Okay. So how many days you spend with them?
8 days.
8 days. Okay. Before they release you. Okay. Thank you. How much did your parents pay for the
My
ransom?
first say 60 million. After they now say that 10 million.
Okay.
And after they now say 1 million.
Okay.
That's where am I from? They asked me that am I from Egbe? I say no. Odwere, I say no. They say this, I say okay. They say okay. That I say we say na Egbe, then kill am.
Or if Sena Egbe, they will do what?
Then we kill.
They will kill you. Okay. So now it automatically they hit Egbe. Okay. So how much did they pay for your release? 1 million naira. Helicopter come to that place? What time?
6 o'clock to 7 sharp.
6 o'clock to 7. Okay.
But I did not see the helicopter, but the time that we are hearing helicopter sound, then they just tight our face.
Okay.
Carry us.
Come out
there.
Okay.
And after, they come, they happy, they carry gun, plenty gun.